My thoughts about the EcoTools Detangling brush. I haven't done a live stream for a while because I thought, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I like doing hair brushing, talking live streams, but I feel like, do people really want to see this all the time? Like, I'm just like always wondering, like, what do people really want to see on my channel and whatnot, you know? Sometimes I just think about that and I'm like, it makes me curious, like, should I keep doing that kind of content? Like, even though I love live streams, but let's talk about this brush right here, the EcoTools Detangling brush. And I'm not sponsored to buy this brush, but okay, so I always start detangling with a comb, no matter what, because I feel like a wide tooth comb is better. Although I've argued with some people who say, oh, well, a brush is better for detangling than a comb, but I find a wide tooth comb, because my hair is not stick straight or pin straight, but it's not curly either. It has like a wavy texture to it. So I feel like being thick and wavy, I don't, like, I feel like there's two different dichotomies going on with my hair. So sometimes if I wait for it to fully dry to comb it out, that's a disaster, yeah. But combing it when it's too wet can be a disaster too. So, like, I kind of feel like, okay, I need it in between when it's wet, like just a little damp before I start. But anyway, it takes like a day before I feel like my hair is back to where I want it after I wash it. Like if I wash my hair, I have to go one day of detangling. And first I start with the comb to make sure the tangles are out, a wide tooth comb. And then I go in with the brush for like a smoothing effect. And at first I didn't love this brush, but now I'm kind of liking it. Okay, my first drawback about the brush was it's a little pricey. Okay, I got it at Walmart, but even for Walmart, this brush was $9. And I'm like, there are other detangling brushes on the market that are like $4 or $5, but that was my first reservation. The second one is, yes, I know you have a bamboo handle and you're all natural, but you got a splinter on my finger. Can you maybe like sand down your handle of your brush? Like, it's not pleasant to be brushing your hair and get a splinter in your finger. But I've kind of come to change my opinion on this brush just because the bristles are very gentle. And I don't use this one for like detangling my hair when I'm blow drying, but if you do, it's vented, so that's nice. But I love how you can, I just love brushes where you can push them down and then you can clean it easily. Like, that's a big plus. Like, you can just, I love to like wet my brush sometimes. That's another tip and trick I use. Like, I will, like, ever since I started my hair channel, I thought, you know, it made me start thinking, like, I started looking at my hairbrushes that I had, and I thought, ew, I don't like the way my hairbrush looks. So I bought a new hairbrush, like, when I started doing more long hair videos, and I made it my goal to clean it, like, throughout brushing. Not just, like, once in a while, but to rinse it, like, periodically, all the time, keep it nice and clean. And that was one thing I liked about the wet brush, but the wet brush that I had, that detangling brush, it just was like, the grip on it wasn't very good, so you would end up dropping it a lot. But I like this brush because the bristles actually have more give and it's nice. And I'm not saying this is my favorite brush because I still feel like in general a comb, like I still feel like a comb can be more gentle on your hair. But I had this argument with a friend that somehow a brush was better if you had knots in your hair for detangling. And I guess that can be true, but I'm just trying to keep my hair as knot free as possible because even though wearing your hair down looks beautiful, I can't wear it completely fully down anymore at this length because it would get knotted, it would get tangled. And that's the choice you make. Like, you can take pictures, you can do a live stream with your hair, but I wear it in a braid. I don't want to wear it completely up, but it does have to be contained or, yep, you're gonna get tangles. That's just the nature of long hair. So I like this brush. I'm not saying it's my favorite brush of all time, but it's pretty good. The price is a little high for what it is. I laugh at your bamboo handle because if you're going to be eco-friendly, maybe your handle shouldn't give people splinters. I don't know. And then I'm in the market to maybe buy a wide tooth comb is wood, but then actually what I'm thinking is like a ceramic, not like I have this idea of a wide tooth comb that I think could be really good for my hair, and I just really want to think about it. Like, I think the best tool for your hair, like the best tool is like, yeah, the wide tooth comb, because you need to first detangle your hair, and then you can go through your hair with a brush and kind of smooth it out. I think this is good for smoothing, like just to have that nice smoothing effect, you know? Anyway. And then I have another section because I have my hair in braids, and as I take out the braids, I go section by section by section for making sure there's no tangles in my hair. And yeah, lately I haven't been live streaming as much like hair brushing because some guy said something dumb as doornails one day, like because I have long hair. He's like, and I forgot to put it in a braid one night, and he's like, oh, you must have a lot of split ends, and that's why like it's taking forever to detangle. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're a guy. You don't have long hair. And I slept in my hair, and it took me some while to detangle it. That's why, I'll be honest with you, I kind of did I stopped doing some detangling videos because you know what? I'm like, are you kidding me? Really, buddy? Like, if your hair's long, whether you're a man or a woman, it's gonna get tangled if you sleep in it and don't keep it contained in a braid. Like, but he was just saying all these rando things. Really, are you kidding me? So that was kind of why I was like, Like, I used to love doing long hair brushing live streams, and it shouldn't be because of one person. Like, there's always so many cool, nice, intelligent people. But just that one comment was like, ugh, really? You... Do you want some bubbles? I love bubbles. Bubbles! This is my favorite, like, when it gets into the bubbles, like, I feel like I'm touching the bubbles. I just love the bubble effect. I don't know why, but there's just something about it when I do a live stream with bubbles that makes me really happy. I just think it's so beautiful. And I think long hair is really beautiful, by the way. I just want to encourage everybody at the end of the day. If you want to have long hair, continue to have it. Work with, like, keep trying to find the tools that are best. Okay, my final review of the EcoTools brush, I guess, is it's fairly good, but I always use a long, a wide tooth comb to finish detangling my hair, and then, like, I go in with a brush like this for smoothing. Although after my hair got tangled, like last week, the detangling brush was actually pretty good for getting through it, because sometimes the comb will, if your hair is really tangled, will knot up sections. But then if my hair gets really tangled after I wash it, sometimes I just have to go in with my fingers and separate. Sometimes that's the best thing for me to do, personally. But yeah, so this brush is great for smoothing your hair down after you're done detangling.